Hello friends, how are we doing? So I'm super pumped because I am here in Park City, Utah to go to the Sundance Film Festival. I'm really excited. I got stuck in the Southeast. I was supposed to be here earlier and enjoy more of Sundance, but alas, the Southeast had a winter storm and had other plans for me, so here we are. I get to go to a couple premieres of a couple films with some friends, so I'm really excited. The first one is tonight. It's a film called The Thing with Feathers, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, which I'm so excited for. I freaking love Benedict Cumberbatch, so I've been fangirling a little bit at that, so that'll be cool. And it's the world premiere of this film, so I'm so excited I get to go. I'm bringing a friend with me. We get to go see the film, and then there's supposed to be a Q&A afterwards with the director and the actors and whatnot, so I'll show you guys some of that too. Obviously I can't show you the film, but I will tell you what I thought of it afterwards and if I think you should go see it, and I'll give you my honest opinion and review. It's supposed to be a really sad movie, allegedly, so I'm a little nervous about that. I'm not a big like sad film person, but who doesn't love a good cathartic cry every once in a while, you know? So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm really excited. And then tomorrow we are going to see Kiss of the Spider Woman starring Jennifer Lopez, so that should be cool too, and that's the world premiere of that film as well. So come along with me for my weekend at the Sundance Film Festival 2025. So if you don't know, it is the middle of winter here in Utah. There is lots of snow. It has been snowing all day today, and we have to wait outside before the film starts. They start letting people in, I think, like, I don't know, like a few minutes before the film starts. So we're gonna be standing outside in the snow waiting. I'm trying to look cute still, but warmth is the priority here because it's cold AF. So I thought I'd just also share a little bit about my kind of association with the world of film. I am actually getting my master's degree in filmmaking. So I am an aspiring filmmaker, I guess you could say. I plan on directing. I've already directed some shorts and whatnot, and I obviously just have much bigger aspirations. So getting to go to festivals like Sundance and experience some of these like really incredible films on a global stage like this is really incredible and such a cool opportunity. I would feel really lucky that I get to go to some of these films and experience them. So yeah, my friend Steven's coming with me to this film. He is one of my very good friends that we met through cosplaying. I'm sure if you follow me either here or on other platforms, you've seen me cosplay with him. Excited that he's coming along with me for this. I have another friend coming with me tomorrow, and you'll get to meet her. Her name is Summer. Okay, I'm gonna get this makeup look done and I will be back in a second. Okay, makeup is pretty much all done. I'm gonna hold off on doing the lips because I'm about to eat before we go to the film because there's not food there. Fit check. Okay guys, we are here. I'm in the parking lot. I just parked, so I'm about to go up. I'm not prepared to freeze my butt off, but we've got to do it. We got to do it for the film. Okay, let's go. Benedict Cumberbatch just arrived. So cool.
Get ready for the best.
Look who made it!
Or animated features.
Yay!
Animated.
We're still waiting in line.
I don't know.
Really? I think we're gonna get to go in soon though. Say hi.
It's moving high.
It's moving. Well, I think they're letting in pass holders get to go in first.
Well, it's not animated.
It's cold.
It is
It's still
very cold.
snowing, sort of. This is not as much as it was. I'm excited. We're going in. You ready?
Exciting.
Here's the thing.
I'm so excited. Last time I was in this theater, I saw my favorite documentary of all time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Okay, let's try and get down. Check this out. I'm so excited. How cool. How cool is this?
So, I have just learned that this film is kind of a horror movie or a thriller.
Yes.
Word sinister is used. I've actually read the synopsis. I'm scared. I'm nervous. But we got really good seats.
Steven's excited that it seems to be going to be kind of a scary movie. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
It's supposedly, like, the dude is sad because he lost his wife, and it is supposed to be the physical manifestation of grief. But word sinister. Okay, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm on board.
I'm nervous.
I just want a monster. That's all I want.
I don't like monsters.
I want at least like 20 seconds of a monster. I'm so happy.
20s.
I'm pretty easy guy to please. Like just that's it.
No monsters for Callie. Unless they're vampires. I like vampires.
Things happening. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later after the movie.
This film finds its poetic stride in the macabre texture of a grieving family. Well, I would say that is an extraordinary piece of work. Congratulations to all three of you and to your larger team. Max, since we have you, I'm curious to know how you felt about Dylan being the director of this project, and how, like, your relationship, your creative relationship with Dylan.
I just trusted. I trusted him from the very minute we met. I love despite his cool demeanour, he's a kind of twisted maniac. He's been. I mean, it's been years. He's been making this movie. He's so into making it. He made it. You know, as he said earlier, with artists and sculptures and paper and feathers and boys, and the way he understood it was glorious to me. I then felt very easy trusting him with it. I love to trust my collaborators. He can have it. It can fly off into a different form. It's a translation into a different medium, so I never sought to control it. We had wonderful conversations. So it's been, it's lovely to stand at this iconic and special place in public and to have the premiere here and be able to say in front of you all, thank you. Thank you.
I would love to know more about the boys in the film. How did you find these incredible young actors?
We looked far and wide in London schools and beyond, and the remit was very clearly we didn't want kids that had done too much drama or acting. We wanted kids who would just come in and be the uncontrollable little monsters that they were. As soon as there was no question it was going to be Richard and Henry from the moment they walked into the first casting, and just took over the space and didn't let anybody else, have any air. Like they were just amazing kids, and it was a case of like taking who they were and harnessing that for the screen and making the boys, the boys. And they were just incredible, and they kind of became more and more comfortable with being on a film set, and we tried to make it, to set up every scene for them to just exist in, rather than say, no, you've got to hit this mark, and because that would never happen. It was just about giving them the freedom to be themselves, and Benedict was incredible with them. We're all fathers, so we could utilize some skills that we had already to. Elsewhere, I found myself just having to humiliate myself to get them to do things. So I spent a whole day with the word poop written on my forehead. Their nickname for me on set was Weak Man. when you're trying to sort of win the respect of your crew.
Benedict, you are deeply embedded in this project creatively. Can you say a bit more about why this project was so important to you?
These two men here.
They were. Oh, hello. Is it?
That's working. That's working. Yes. Hello. These two men here is why it's so important to me. I mean, the book had a profound effect on me when I read it, and Dylan's pitch was really intriguing. And the friendship that grew out of our conversations. I had absolutely no doubt in my mind that we'd get a film like this. I knew from his deep cineastic, nerdy knowledge, his love of every kind of craft that you see and hear in the film, his idea and understanding of how to create depth and challenge sort of tone and genre and go through the mess of it, but also his personal attachment to the material. But most importantly for me as an actor, I guess I was kind of testing the waters to see if it was someone that could hold me, that I could trust, that I could fail in front of and try and do better, which is all you can ever do really, and have someone there who's got my back and who sort of understood process. And it didn't take me long to realise I had a friend as well as a collaborator that I could lean on. So the journey is quite an interesting one. Different in reality to what was on the page, but on the page very challenging. And like Dennis alluded to, the children, the man in a big rubber suit with an animatronic head, and a 21st century crew with all that intimacy, all that kind of internal stuff, trying to externalize that was interesting. And just capturing little moments, playing, just to play, to be open with the kids, and also I had to distance myself. I found it difficult when the camera was on. I was trying to be dad, who's not such a good dad, and then when the camera's off, trying to be a much better dad to get these children to feel comfortable, to feel like colleagues, to feel like friends who could play with me. And that was a joyous thing to do, which I hadn't really expected when just reading, contemplating material and who I'd be working with and for. But I mean, it's a kind of feast for an actor. So many different challenges and tones to play with. So a lot to lure me into the project and to produce it and try and harness this amazing talent onto the big screen for his first debut fictional feature. That's a huge privilege, and I can't thank him enough.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap things up. I want to thank the three of you for this remarkable film.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Okay,
We're in the car now, so I feel like I can actually say how I really feel now. It was a weird movie. It was weird, but it was okay. It was good, but it was strange. And it was scary, but it was funny.
It was funny.
And sad. So there was a lot of emotions happening. I cried a few times. But it was weird. It was a weird movie.
It was weird. It brings up like memories. So if you've got your own memories of grief and of trauma and moments of despair, you're gonna relive it when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah. But Benedict Cumberbatch, dang. I mean, his performance was like...
It was good.
Amazing.
Okay.
That man is very well rounded. I will say that. But very strange film. Still enjoyed it though, but...
Would you watch it again?
Probably not.
It's a one-time scene.
I think it's a one-time watch. I don't think I'm gonna watch that again. But I can say I watched that, and it was a thing.
I could watch the fight scene again.
Yeah, but you like horror and
Yes, I do.
action and all that stuff. That was a lot. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be processing that for the rest of the night, so... Alright. Made it back. That film was odd. I enjoyed aspects of it, but I'm not a horror fan. I'm not a big horror gal. I cannot handle horror very well. But it was a really fascinating movie, actually. It really displayed the physical manifestations of grief. I mean, quite literally, and the kind of horror that causes. And it was very unique. The film was shot in 4:3, which was also very unique. So almost like a perfect square. Almost. So it was quite a unique overall story. An interpretation of what it's like to grieve somebody. Would I watch it again? As I said, no, probably not. It was very strange, but I did appreciate a lot of aspects of it and what it represented. Tomorrow, we have Kiss of the Spider Woman, starring Jennifer Lopez, which should be really cool. I'm bringing my friend Summer to that one. It's at the same venue that we went to today. So it's nice just to kind of know what to expect, get a lay of the land. But yeah, I remember reading Kiss of the Spider Woman at one point. I haven't revisited the story though in a really long time, so I think I'm gonna try and refresh my memory a little bit of it before seeing the film. Until tomorrow, I'm gonna get some sleep. So, good night. See you tomorrow.
Okay, y'all. It is day 2 of Sundance for me. My friend Summer is coming today, and we are going to see Kiss of the Spider Woman starring J-Lo today. So, yeah. It's the world premiere again for this film. It is based on a book, and then they made it a musical, and now this movie is based on the musical, based on my understanding. I read the book like ages ago, so I actually don't even remember much of what it's about, in all honesty, but I know it was a book. And I did read that book at one point or another. I think maybe in high school or something, but yeah. This one starts a little earlier, a few hours earlier than the one from last night, which is good. So I can get back home and keep reading Onyx Storm tonight, because I am addicted right now. I don't actually really want to stop reading, but I'm very excited to go see this film, so yes. I'm going in with slightly higher expectations than last night, because this is, I know, like a bigger a bigger film, I believe, than the one from last night. J-Lo is in it, so and I will give you my unfiltered thoughts after the film as well. And if I think you should go see it. Because my unfiltered thoughts about the film last night was that it was weird, but if you're into weird, you could be into this movie. Has some like elements of horror, the film last night, which I did not expect. And I'm not good with horror, but it was only kind of more towards the beginning, and then it like there's a couple little jump scares, but like it's not bad, it's not that scary. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I'll show you the fit and makeup once I'm all ready.
Okay. Option 1, we go really extra in all black and white, check. Or we be less extra and wear just a black jacket. Okay. What do you think? What should I do? Okay.
Okay, we're about to go in. Well, go wait in line outside for an hour, but we are here at the world premiere of Kiss of the Spider-Woman, starring J-Lo, which is super cool. This is Summer. She's been in my other videos before, so yeah. Hopefully she's familiar to you at this point, but I'm really excited. We'll see how this goes. I think they're doing a Q&A after. J-Lo's supposed to appear. Yeah. We'll give our thoughts of the film afterwards and unfiltered, because that film last night was weird. It was really weird. I had to be... We're excited. We hope we get to see J-Lo. We have seats. It's crazy. It's chaos. Okay. It's just so
Love your outfit.
thank you. It's the same venue as last night, but our seats are a little further back this time. I think because it's a little bit of a bigger premiere. But we'll let you know how it goes in the Q&A after and all that.
Yeah, we met the director.
Bill Condon, come back on stage. Bill, what a homecoming.
I know, thank you. Want to bring anybody up? I would love to. I think the Spider-Woman is sitting right there.
Jennifer Lopez, welcome to Sundance. Donatia, come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're so happy for you. We're so thrilled that you shared this movie with us. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
I'll start with Bill. Okay. I mean, tell us about how important musicals are to you, because we see it in the film. I mean, I'm going to ask each of you the importance of musicals, because as I understand it, they play kind of an important role for each of you. But Bill, start us off.
All I can say is I did write that line. I pity people who hate music. But yeah, I just think it's you know, it is that thing that all the things that movies can do can happen in a musical. You know, it's music, it's imagery, you know, it is design, it's drama, and everything gets lifted by that sense of performance. And I think, you know, thank you so much for giving us this experience tonight. You know, to see it in an audience like this, and an audience who comes in not knowing anything. I'll never forget this, right? Yeah.
Woo!
Thank you. I mean, Jennifer Lopez, I don't know you, but it just feels like this movie was, I mean, you were made for this movie. Seriously.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. The truth is, when you talk about the importance of musicals, the reason that I even wanted to be in this business was because my mom would sit me in front of the TV. It would come on once a year, West Side Story on Thanksgiving, I remember. And I was just mesmerized. And I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And that was always my goal. And this is the first time I actually got to do it. And so it's a big deal. You know, I think of Chita Rivera, I think of Fred Ebb, I think of Terrence McNally, and all of the love that they poured into this. And it's just an honor to be able to be part of this movie. And I thank you guys so much for this moment. Thank you. I love you too. So much.
Tonatio. Stop. What a way to get to know you. Hi. Musicals. Talk to me about musicals.
So I went to USC, and the first day of film school. Yeah, fight on! The first day of film school, Chris does 190. Dr. Drew Casper showed us Singing in the Rain. And he did it every semester whenever he did 190. And I remember even after I graduated, I would go back to that Wednesday class just to watch it one more time. Seeing Gene Kelly and all those beautiful stars, telling me those stories that I always dreamed of being in a movie musical. And so, here we are.
Bill, you talked about it a little bit at the introduction. Let me tell you this. You showed us this movie a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
It was the day after Election Day when we watched this movie. We invited it very quickly. But you spoke about it earlier, how topical, more than topical, relevant, topical, necessary this movie is and what it explores. So maybe with that as a framing, as you shared with us earlier, I would imagine that when you first conceived of the idea of bringing this to the big screen, you saw it through a different lens than the lens we see it through tonight. Yes and no, I gotta say, because we'd always talked about it. It's a movie that actually came together very quickly, and we shot it in the spring. And I did wonder, because we had it finished when you saw it in January, but pretty close to that. And we had discussions about, should we have this out during election time? Because it had been clear already, before that election happened, that for years, specifically, trans people were being used, as a sort of, the latest, victims of the culture war, right? And it did feel as if, no matter what happened, this is something that we have to live with, and it's not going to go away. And again, it did, to me,
the promise of the movie is that somehow people can grow beyond that and see each other as individuals. That was, I made that movie about Kinsey all these years ago, and the most revolutionary idea he had was not the Kinsey scale, but that someone's sexuality is as individual as a fingerprint, right? And that true liberation would be seeing someone as an individual and not as a label, And to me, the most important scene in the movie is the scene after Valentina and Melina make love the first time. And Melina's describing that he wasn't a man or a woman, he was nothing and everything, that they both just seen into each other's soul and found love there. And it still seems like the most revolutionary idea and the sort of thing to grab onto.
Thank you very much for being with us at Sundance tonight.
We are on our way out. It was such a good film.
So good.
It was so fun.
Oh, I loved it.
More to come when we're sitting in the car and other people can't hear us. Okay. So it was really good. It was really cute.
It was really
and
cute and sweet, but extremely powerful.
Like a very powerful message, especially for right now with the current state of our country.
I feel like the message above everything else, like not necessarily political or anything, was love transcends everything.
It's true.
Everything.
Yeah. Love transcends all gender, labels,
hardships.
Yeah. And that we can get through anything with the escape of storytelling and escapism,
cosplay,
yeah,
playing pretend,
which can relate. It was so good. The director, Bill Condon, he's directed like some incredible musical films. He directed The Greatest Showman, Dreamgirls, Twilight Breaking Dawn, but that's not a musical, but still relevant to mention because I guess we have to. I'm trying to think what else they said he directed. He's directed so many cool things. Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. I think it's worth going to see in the theater whenever it comes out in the theater, which hopefully it will. I mean, I'm assuming it's gotten picked up already by someone because I don't know who would have picked that up. So I'm assuming someone will pick that up and probably here at the festival.
Because the music was great,
yeah.
The costumes were great, the choreography
like the
was
classic
beautiful.
like 50s musical style combined with like the ongoing political struggle, like in the amalgamation of those two very like different worlds melding was so interesting and so cool.
Not overly done on either side. It's not overly political, it's not overly fancy, it's not overly musically, it's just
it wasn't a good, like it wasn't like a song every second, you know. It was like it was really well like spaced out, because that can piss me off sometimes with musicals where it's just like they're constantly singing, and it's like, look, I love a good song as much as an next person, but
plot,
but also like I want to hear what's happening, and I think they did a good job of that, like balancing that too.
It's really good.
I really liked it.
10 out of 10 recommend.
I'm trying to think what I would rate it on Letterboxd, because that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to go rate it on Letterboxd and write a little review. I probably would give it like a 4 out of 5 stars, I think. Because it's not like, it was very impactful, but not as impactful as maybe some of Bill Condon's other films that he's done that I've seen. But I did really enjoy it. The performances were amazing for the three like main actors.
I didn't
were
think
stunning.
it was on par emotionally with The Greatest Showman. I don't know. That movie
Yeah.
had me in tears multiple times.
Greatest
This one did
Showman.
not. This one was really good.
Greatest Showman makes me cry like a baby. This made me like tear up multiple times though, because you know.
I did when the actors were talking about it at the end too, like their personal
And like them
connection
getting
to the movie.
and amused.
It was beautiful. It was wonderful, and it's important to everybody involved because of the message it sends, and just them explaining why made the movie so much more powerful.
The actor that played Melina, oh my goodness, amazing.
Absolute doll.
Melina, amazing. But I read this book at some point in like high school or something, and I just can't remember. I mean, the whole like the plot, the concept, everything sounded very familiar to me, but I was like, but it was very good. So go see it if you get the chance.
Worth the watch.
Worth the watch. And now let's go get warm.
Yes, it's freezing.
Cause it's cold, cause it's Utah.
Freezing cold.
So you can't come to Park City and not ski. So I'm about to go ski. Well, I'm going by myself, which I've never been skiing by myself before, but let's go, let's do it. So, because the film festival is going on, the mountain for skiing is like dead. There's like no one here. I'm on a lift by myself, like one of the main lifts on my own. Look at this. How stunning is it up here? One thing I love about skiing is like there's some views that you can see skiing that you can't access otherwise. And I think that that's really cool. I've been skiing since I was a kid and I'm not great, but it's a good time every now and again. I'm by no means advanced, but I can hold my own. So this is my first time skiing by myself, and it's been really peaceful and relaxing, especially because the mountain's just not crazy. And I thought it would be icy because it hasn't snowed in a few days, but it's not at all. I guess because of the festival, so it's just not as like crowded right now. But anyway. So those are the two Sundance film premieres that I got to go see. Sundance is like a really cool and special festival that, I don't know, I think a lot of really cool stuff happens at Sundance. Art, storytelling can create change in the world, and I firmly believe that. I hope these films accomplish that. I hope people are able to see them and understand them and think about them, and that's in general what I hope for all our art, all our storytelling. Get people to think, get people to realize, hey, perhaps some stuff that's going on in our society right now isn't so great. You know? I don't know. You never know, because something like this really could end up changing someone's mind. You just never know. So, telling your story, creating your art is important. So do it for your happiness, because you love it, but also because it is important. And I really, really, truly believe that. So, thanks for coming along with me to Sundance. Yeah, until next year. I'll see you soon.